Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. In the last episode we began our grand journey of the remastered world of Sinnoh and the wonders it always seems to bring to the table no matter how many times you come back to its wonderful story. But with our journey only just beginning, we earned ourselves our starter Pokemon, a Piplup known as Weston, as well as met our new friends/rivals, Dawn and Barry, with our path now paved for us to start heading towards the city of Oreburgh, where supposedly our first gym is located, and more than likely, our excitable friend Barry is more than likely probably has already beaten us too. So, with that being said, honestly, we already know where we're going, and where we more than likely are going to be, obviously, heading towards, since we gotta catch up with Barry no matter what, since he already told us where he wants us to go, so there's no reason not to follow him. But, with that being said, honestly, we can either go over here to, well, obviously, Jubilife City of Joy. I thought that was actually going to say a route name, but we can either go to Route 204, or we can follow where Barry went. I think it's probably makes more sense to check out 204, even though I'm pretty sure we can't actually go this way. It is, it makes sense to go over here just to check it out before we go towards Oreburgh. But, let's begin. Also, I did change a little bit of the things. I made it so our text speed is now faster, as well as I changed up the text box, since, honestly, I like the little galaxy theme, since, honestly, I'm quite an enjoyer of galactic-type theming, and overall, just starry skies is always something I'm always drawn towards, so I thought it would be a good one to use for our adventure. A weak-looking trainer. Do you want to have a go? We call him weak. Well, technically we did lose in the last one, but that was more of a testing thing, because I wasn't sure if we were going to run into an Abra again. But Bidoof is not something we need to be worrying about. Sorry lady, I don't think weak-looking trainer is going to be winning you over here. Since we do have 3 Pokemon, you have 1, and it's a Bidoof. Bidoof is a good Pokemon, but because of the fact that technically it is a water-type Pokemon, it's not something we need to worry about. And with the fact that he's raising his defense, that's not really helping you with the fact that we're using, special attack-based Pokemon moves on you, so you're literally doing nothing to yourself, for yourself here, bud. So, sorry lady, but I think you're the one that's the weak trainer here. But, yeah, sorry, but, gotta try a little bit harder than that if you want to call people weak trainers. Just gonna be honest there. Level 7 for Mozart, we'll definitely take that. And a little bit closer to getting ourselves our first evolution, just because Bug-type Pokemon evolve a lot quicker than most other Pokemon, and because of the fact that, well, Kricketot is a Pokemon that only has 1 evolution, honestly, we're gonna be quickly getting our first full evolution, which is kind of gonna be funny, just because, it definitely is quite interesting. It is a Bug-type Pokemon, so it doesn't really matter, but it is kind of interesting just because we're really close to it. I think level 10 is when you get Kricketune. But with that, let's continue. I shouldn't have battled in the first place. You got $392 for winning. I already got our money for losing. Yeah, we kinda lost to that Abra, but that was mostly because it was the worst possible Pokemon to run into when you have a water type, with the fact that they have you fight 2 Charge Beam Abras back to back, which is kind of mean in a way, but it is our fault for choosing Piplup, and that is definitely 100% to be Abras, no matter what, with Charge Beam. There's no way around that, but jeez, that's a little rough to start with, though. But my dad gave me some Pokemon. They're gonna win for me. Well, maybe. Depends on what you have, though. If you have Abra with Charge Beam, maybe you have a chance, but let's see what you got, Tyler. Probably, Magikarp's not winning. I'm sorry, but there is no way you have a level 15 Magikarp, because that's the only way I see you having any chance of doing damage. But, yep, you only splash. Yeah, sorry buddy. There's no way you're winning this. Free experience though. And actually I'm wondering, because the fact that he is a water type, I am actually wondering if we do about... Yeah, we do basically the same damage, even if we do the not very effective attack. Which, it is pound, so makes a lot of sense, but the thing is that it really doesn't even matter what we use on this Magikarp, it's still going to do enough damage to the point where Magikarp really doesn't win no matter what. So, we'll just take our free experience. Level 10 for Weston. I think we're 6 off of our first evolution for Piplup. But I'm not sure about Shinx actually. I think Shinx is about 16 as well, I think. The Weston got level 10, not bad whatsoever, and Nala got level 7. Not bad for one fight, honestly. And you're gonna use a Starly now. Okay, because you are using Starly, we'll actually use what you're weak to, since Electric against Flying is always something you want to be using, or Ice type also works, or Rock type, but anything that you can use to your advantage, especially against Pokemon that's physically, uses physical moves. Pokemon like Shinx being able to lower those physical capabilities is also really good because that intimidates. And technically trying to do the same thing towards us, losing a little bit of attack. But the thing is honestly, Starly's already too low enough to even really matter when it comes to that. And because of the Intimidate, it only did 3 damage. So, honestly, pretty good for us. And playing against, weaknesses and, strength is always something you want to always pay attention to in any Pokemon game, no matter what. No reason not to worry about the weaknesses, since you always want to, know what you're dealing with, obviously. But the Pokemon I got from my dad, sorry, that doesn't really matter, bud. 380 Pokemon dollars, and we'll be definitely taking that. And actually, technically, it doesn't really matter because, well, let's be honest here. Every single Pokemon game, you never get Pokemon from your dad. So, and your dad's always missing, unless you're playing, obviously, Sapphire and Ruby. But, for the most part, that doesn't really matter, I guess. But, sorry, buddy. May I please trouble you for a battle? Sure. What do you want to battle us with, exactly? I'm actually kind of surprised that there's 3 trainers here. Just because, obviously, it's been a long time since I played Diamond and Pearl, and the last time I played it was the original, DS version. So, honestly, kind of surprised. Ooh, good Buggy. That's a Pokemon that I would actually not mind honestly, I wouldn't mind using. But, the thing is obviously, it's a trainer's buddy, and a Stun Spore. So, Paralysis technically could be bad, could be good. Really depends on if we take too much of, well, it has Absorb, which can be bad for us. But the thing is as long as we got paralyzed, okay, so that means we should probably swap out then. And thankfully, because of the fact that we do have good old Mozart / Ricketon, we can actually use our Bug-type Strength against our little buddy friend here, since this is definitely a Pokemon that works against us. Worry Seed. I forgot what does that one do? I think that's a stat decrease. Oh no, it changes our ability Insomnia. I believe we can't sleep, I believe is what that is. So, could be bad. Thankfully it's not that bad for us. 50 attack for Struggle Bug is always good. So it is the buffed version of the Bug-type Pokemon, which is good. Because that was something I wasn't too sure was going to be the case for this game. And it seems like it definitely is. And it looks like, okay, mostly for dropping special attack. Could be good, could be bad, it really depends on how many of those we need in order to actually get rid of this buddy. And it seems like it's not really doing much damage just because, yeah, we're basically the same level. But it's still doing something, so it's definitely catching up to it. And because of the fact that it isn't using Absorb, well, it is dropping the amount that it's going to regen back, because, well, Absorb is a special attacking move. So the less damage it does, the more it's going to help us. And, critical hit, I'll take that. And that makes our lives 10 times easier, because that saves us about 3 more of those Struggle Bugs, just because of the fact that it's, poor Piplup got an unfortunate roll with that paralysis. Mostly because I wasn't expecting a buddy with paralysis this early. I always thought that Stun Spore was like a level 10 kind of thing, but apparently not in this game. But level 8 for Mozart and Nala, not bad whatsoever. We'll always take whatever we can get. And a bunch of attack from that level for Nala, that's actually really good. As well as a charge, which means we can start building up special attack. Oh, you're so strong. 392 Poké-Dollars, we'll definitely take. Anything we can get in money is always going to come in handy. But, let's see here, where does this lead? The Ravage Path. Oh, we can take a look. There are boulders blocking the way inside the cavern. I think a hidden move in the Pokédex would be able to break those boulders, though. Boulders, you say? We can take a look and see what you're meaning. The Ravage Path? Yep, definitely gonna need Rock Smash for this. But we can definitely grab ourselves an antidote. And, oh, apparently find ourselves a Pokemon too. A Zubat. That can definitely be an interesting Pokemon. But do I really want to run with the Zubat? That's really the question. And the fact is I'm trying to think if... I'm pretty sure Crobat would be in this game. I don't think they would get rid of evolutions, because I think it's the original roster for Diamond and Pearl. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Crobat was specifically for Diamond and Pearl, if I remember correctly. It's not something you obviously think about, but yeah, I think Crobat, it would definitely still be in this game, no matter what. But I'm pretty sure even newer Pokemon that were introduced later would still be in here, which would definitely be a good thing, because there are some Pokemon that did get evolutions that definitely needed them. So, definitely to note, if we ever do run into a Pokemon that did get a future evolution, we should keep an eye out, just in case. You never honestly know. But because we are now done with that route, I just want to double check it, just because they give you an extra route for a reason, and no reason not to, you know, mess around with it, and kind of get some free experience and some levels for our team, since our team is, you know, barely just bunning out at the moment. So, being prepared is always smart, no matter what anyone says. But, might as well get a free heal just in case. Just because, like I said, the early games are usually where you need to be careful, because you'll definitely get knocked out if you're not paying attention. Hey you. Yes, you with the cool scarf. You should have seen the boy who came running by earlier. He ran past me so quickly that I couldn't even manage a hello. Well, I know who that is. Good old Barry. Let's go see... Oh, hey Barry. I guess you were waiting for us. Hey Spooks. Tell me you got a little tougher. Me? Do you even need to ask? Of course I got tougher. Come on, let's battle it out. Okay, our first battle with our rival. Here we go, good old Barry. We're challenged by Pokemon Trainer Barry. I wonder if super effective dialogue is in this game, because that's in the newer games, but I'm not sure if that would be here. And it looks like he caught himself a Starly. Okay, well, noted for later, since now we know he's gonna have a Staraptor later in his adventure, because obviously, first Pokemon that he used will definitely be around later. Don't get cocky, kid. This isn't over yet. Oh, cool. So there is extra dialogue, because I don't think that was in... I don't think that got introduced until, like, later on, so that's kind of cool. I like how they added that, because, you know, it is a little bit extra dialogue, and it makes the battle feel much more lively when they actually talk to you. But no levels for it, but definitely got rid of you. Pokemon Trainer Barry wants to use Turtwig. Okay, so Turtwig. Because of the fact that it's a grass-type Pokemon, we should swap out, because Piplup's not going to have a fun time with that. And I believe Turtwig's first move is Absorb. Actually, no. Is it Vine Whip? I don't remember. Turtwig gets Absorbed, though. I do know that. So, let's go safe here. Okay, he's using Tackle, which isn't too bad. But I think if he does have Absorb, let's definitely drop as much special attack as possible, because he might have that up his sleeve. Because he definitely has his... He's gotten Withdrawal. Thankfully we're not using anything physically capable, because Withdrawal is for defense. But we do need to be careful, because Turtwig is actually a defensive tank. More so on defense, not on special attack. Letting Pokemon's HP slow, this could be really bad for me. Probably. But, it really depends if you have a potion or not. Don't think you would, but it is something you could possibly have. But he's using Tackle still. Kinda surprised about that. I always thought that, what do you call it? I could have sworn that the first fight with Barry in these games, he has his, typing move. But apparently not. Unless he's not using it because of Kricketot, but still interesting though. Level 9 for Weston, level 9 for, level 11 for Weston, level 9 for Mozart, and level 9 for Nala. Not bad. I'll definitely take all we can get. We're getting closer to our evolution for Mozart as well. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Kricketot doesn't evolve unless it's nighttime, I think. Unless, am I thinking of that wrong? I think it is. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I'm pretty sure it is. What just happened? I lost. Yeah, sorry, Barry. You got 1,188 Pokédollars for winning. Thanks, Barry. We'll definitely be taking very, very good care of that. What? What do you mean I lost? Well, that's it. That's the last time I'll ever lose, that's for sure. Sure. I'm going to be the world's toughest trainer. You know it. First thing to do is take on Oreburgh City Pokemon Gym. I'm gonna toughen up for her. That totally. And there he goes running. Well, technically, he wasn't already there. We thought he would be, but he definitely tried to catch us off guard, though. Did you know the first Pokemon to appear in a battle is the one at the top of your team list? Well, obviously. But, sure. I'm full of energy, because I get power from my Pokemon. Okay. Definitely would make sense, unless you have electric-type Pokemon, that would make even more sense, but nope, you're using Bidoof, which is technically a water-type. So, technically not yet, I should say. The barrel is a water-type. Definitely interesting. But we'll definitely use a water gun on you, just to weaken you up, since you're completely defensive-based, and you don't really do good against special attack when it comes to Bidoofs and the barrels. So definitely take advantage of what we can get, since Bidoof is very, very defensively tanky, and not on the tankiness of what it could be if it were to, through normal means, if it was a special attack tank or just a defense and special attack tank, it would probably do a little bit better. Because there is definitely those cards, but they seem to have less HP when they're that kind of Pokemon. And because he has Inner Focus, he actually didn't lose anything for that. So, perfect little counter to our little Intimidate. But it's because Zubat does not do good against electric types. Yeah, you're probably not going to have the easiest time here, bud, even with your Absorb. We had Leech Life, maybe, but Absorb, not so much. Sorry, but not sorry, buddy. Down goes your Zubat, and down goes your Bidoof. And just like that, good old GG for us. And maybe, nope, almost got a level out of that. Really close, though. But getting closer, though. Oh, my poor Bidoof and Zubats. 380 Pokédollars for winning, and then GG. Sorry, buddy, but gotta try harder than that. Honestly, the only thing I think I've actually been scared of in a fight was that little trainer with the Abra, because that electricity is actually quite scary when you're using water types. The trainer tips: Pokemon moves use energy called Power Points, or PP for short. To replenish PP, head to a Pokemon Center. Okay, pretty simple, but definitely something you should always note, if you never knew it, because there is other ways to get PP back, but that's later in the game, obviously, because you'll get, just anything like PP maxes, PP plus, anything like that. It'll always, completely build up the power points you can always use. We're always together. I'll show you how we bonded. Okay, we'll see what you got when it comes to your bond, bud. But having only one Pokemon is not really going to help you. And, oh, you have a Kricketot too. Interesting. Wonder how your little Mozart is doing. But let's see here. It's level 7. Not bad. But ours is still stronger than yours, bud. So not much of a bond. because that means you barely had this Pokemon, just to be completely honest. Because if you did have it for a lot longer, well, he would be much higher level. So, sorry, but not sorry, but you're done for. But down goes your Kricketot, and we get a little bit more experience for later. Level 10 for Mozart will definitely take what we can get. But down you go, Dallas. It's got me down. You losing got you down? Sorry, bud. 392 Pokédollars for winning. And I think we might get our evolution now. Yep, there it is, level 10. Okay, so I was right. I wasn't 100% on that evolution level, to be honest. But I was right that we were going to get it almost instantly, though. Because we just pretty much already just got Kricketot. Like, you know, not that long ago. So, honestly, less than an hour and we already have, you know, Kricketune. And it is a bug-type Pokemon, so it doesn't really matter, but it's still, you know, just funny in general to have fully evolved Pokemon this early. Congratulations, your Mozart evolved into Kricketune. Kricketune's data will now be added to the Pokedex. Kricketune, the Cricket Pokemon. Bug, 3 foot, 3 inches, 56.2 pounds. It crosses its knife-like arms in front of its chest. When it cries, it can compose melodies adlib. And we also got Fury Cutter, which is a pretty good move because of the fact that it can build up physical attack, which is actually really good because Kricketot is a physical attacker. Well, we also do get a little bit of a boost to our special attack for our nature, which is also good. But technically, it might not be the best thing. But apparently, we're working with 2 neutrals and 1 nature. That's actually really interesting. But yeah, definitely 40s. Yeah, 40s the buffed version, I'm pretty sure. So 40's not bad. But we get a little bit of attack every time we use it. So definitely should keep an eye out. And because we did get an evolution for Kricketot, you know what? We might as well use our Kricketune. Oh, I'm a trainer, and so we should battle, I think is what she said. I did not need the script through her dialogue, but I'm pretty sure I got that right. But here we go. Oh, Bidoof. Okay, that's simple. If only we had a fighting type Pokemon, that would make things much more interesting when it comes to these Bidoofs that we keep fighting. But because of the fact that we do have Fury Cutter, and we are a physical-based Pokemon, yep, there we go. These Bidoofs have no chance. With the fact that, 1, they're level 4, and because we evolved, we actually got even more stats out of that. But because you are using Starly, I do see an idea popping in my head that we should swap. Because, well, Kricketune is not good against Flying-type Pokemon, and Starly is indeed Flying-type, no matter what level it is. So, probably safer to, just in case, swap our Pokemon out so we don't take any unneeded damage, because we don't know how far away we are from Oreburgh, and we should be careful no matter what we run into, because being prepared is always smart. And, honestly, like Scar said, be prepared in Lion King, so it's always smart, just in case. But because you are using a Budew, I see another advantage here with our good old Mozart here, since definitely a bunch of free advantages we can get, since we always want to be smart with our moves, and apparently you dodged. Well, you got very lucky with that one, because I would have literally one-shotted you. But, here's your Fury Cutter. Now, take your 1 HP absorb and, get on out of here, Mr. Budew. But down goes last Caitlin, and we get ourselves another win. Huh? You're finished so soon. 352 Pokédollars. Thanks. Definitely getting a bunch of money stacked up now. But definitely, whatever we can get is always gonna be good for us. And, ooh, Abra. Abra is interesting. The thing is with Abra, we have to trade it to evolve it. And that's easier said than done, because of the fact that, I'm not sure how I would trade it, to be honest. If I could get one, I would, but yeah, teleport instantly. If it didn't have teleport, maybe I could have went for it, but definitely interesting that there's an Abra on the first route. Okay then. Let's hear Route 203, Oreburg City. Let's head on over there. We'll skip a couple trainers. We don't have to fight every single one. Honestly, there's no reason to fight every single trainer. It's just that we, fight the first couple ones to, get us back into the swing of things, since it's been a while since we played a Pokemon game on this channel, so honestly, might as well fight a couple fights, just to get ourselves back in the swing of things. Oh, looky there, you got a Pokecatch. You're still a pretty new trainer, aren't you? Yep, how'd you know? But it's all good. You're a new fellow, you're a new fellow friend of Pokemon. So let me make a gift of these technical machines to you. Obtained TM98s. Okay, well, take it. What did you give us? You got TM98s. Earn of these TMs. Each of these TMs contains the move Rock Smash. Oh, you mean an HM? FYI, when you use a technical machine to teach your Pokemon a move, that TM will then break. Oh, okay, so it's not the TMs that stay, it's actually the old version of TMs where they actually break after you use them. What about HMs though? Because HMs never break. I wonder if those are in here, because normally Rock Smash would be an HM. Okay then. Your Pokemon a move that the TM will then break, so think very carefully about when you use it. Okay. I've also added a new feature to your Pokecatch, Rookie Trainer. It's the Hidden Moves app. Okay, so that's how we're using HMs in this game. Use Rock Smash from your Pokecatch, and a wild Pokemon will get rid of boulders on your path. Oh, okay, so we don't need a Pokemon specifically for HMs. That's interesting. Okay, cool. But to use this hidden move in the field, we'll first need the gym badge from Oreburg City. Makes sense. I'm looking forward to seeing your growth. Okay, Hidden Moves. Use Hidden Moves from your Hidden Moves Pokecatch app to remove and bypass obstacles. Okay, cool. And we can use our little new Pokecatch that we got in the last one too, so definitely have notes. But because we're definitely not going that way, so it looks like we got ourselves a couple trainers here. Technically we can skip them, but because it is a new place, we might find some new Pokemon. So let's definitely see what they're hiding here. We trainers will accept challenges whenever, or anywhere. It's what we do. True. Definitely true there. Wherever and whenever is definitely the case there. Let's see what Curtis has. A Shinx in a cave. I was expecting a Geodude, to be honest. But Shinx is interesting. Okay then. Well, Intimidate's not the best thing for Mozart specifically, but because a Fury Cutter does double the damage of Fury Cutter every time you use it, I don't think it's double. I believe it's just like status boosting. I think you have to reuse it twice, I believe it's double damage. But still, it is still good. Double damage, or plus damage every time you use a move is always going to be good, no matter what happens. A level 10 for Nala, definitely pretty good for a level 3 HP and 2 attack is always good for a Shinx, specifically because Shinx is a physical attacker, so you definitely want to build as much as you can. But I also think it's technically a special attacker as well, since both work perfectly well in that Pokemon. Insufficiently raised. 392 Pokédollars. Thanks. We'll take whatever we can get. But let's definitely check out the other trainer here. To celebrate my getting through this cave, I'm going to battle you now. Okay then. Technically you didn't make your way through the cave yet, but sure. Picnic. Okay. Usually we would just say Picnic, Diana, but okay. Interesting. Name. Okay. Don't know why. Because normally you don't call yourself, that you picnic like that, but okay. Usually we just say that, you're going picnicking, you don't call it as your title. Okay then, that's an interesting title, just because it doesn't make sense at the same time, but why is she picnicking in a cave? Okay then, I just realized that's an interesting title for somebody in a cave, but I guess you can, I guess. I wouldn't normally do it, but apparently she is. But we finally found ourselves another new Pokemon, good old Sinnoh. Technically not a new Pokemon, but still Pokemon nonetheless that we haven't seen on our adventure yet. So, definitely an interesting one. And I just realized we have 22 attack and 40 HP almost, because of our Kricketune already being evolved, which is pretty good. But definitely take that extra level there, level 11 for Kricketune. And honestly, Mozart will definitely take it. Well, I guess losing is something to commemorate too. I guess, with 380 Pokédollars. And we'll let you continue your picnic in the cave for some reason. Don't really understand that one. But we're already in Oreburgh. Cool. Oreburgh City. City of Energy. Don't see Barry anywhere, but he's probably somewhere. Howdy, trainer. Howdy. If you don't have a single gym badge, other trainers will look down on you like you're a total noob, right? I guess. So, I'll show you where the town's Pokemon gym is. Do you have a gym badge? That's a good question. Who are you calling a noob? And also, I think we found Barry. There's someone there. Yep, Barry's waiting for us. Oh, he's leaving us alone. Okay, well, let's see what Barry's doing. Oh, it's you, Spooks. You finally got here. You're slow like always. You're so slow. Gym leader's long gone now. Yes? He said he has to go to, oh yeah, the Oreburgh mine. I got my badge already, so it's no big deal to me, but it's definitely going to be a deal to us, though. So we need to go find him in the Oreburgh mine, then. Definitely a note to go towards. But where's our... There it is. I was wondering where our little Pokemon center is, because we're definitely going to need a little bit of a heal. Just because, well, one, because of the fights that we just went through. And because of the fact that, if I remember correctly, when you level, your HP actually isn't full anymore, because your levels and your stats aren't going to follow. Because, obviously, you didn't have that HP to begin with. So, definitely good to top ourselves off with the levels that we did gain. The Oreburgh Mining Museum, Coal Mining, and you. You might as well check this out. Looks pretty interesting. And wow, that's a big rock. Let's see here. What do we got in here? Hello, welcome to Oreburgh Mining Museum. Seems pretty cool. Hello. How are you? I study Pokemon fossils. Me, right here and now. On the verge of a breakthrough. I aim to achieve extraction from fossils. From fossils I can extract Pokemon, but not yet. Not yet. Okay. Well, how about that? Oreburgh Mine extends under the seafloor. Under the seafloor, you say? That's pretty interesting. Whoa, this is coal. I never expected something this big. That's coal? Jeez, Santa's gonna have a field day with that one. Yeah, let's get ourselves on out of here. I just wanted to check it out just because it did look interesting. But let's go find this mine, so that's definitely our next place we should probably visit, since that's apparently where our gym leader is. So, let's go find him. And say hi to a couple faces over here. Everyone's proud of the mine. They're digging for coal under the sea as we speak. It's amazing how they do it. Yeah, true. I'm not really into coal mining or mining myself, but I do find it interesting. Chop chop mat chop. Chop chop away on the rocks. Surprised there's no matchups over... Oh no, there's one. I was about to say, Oreburgh Coal Mine, beware of busy Pokemon. Okay, busy Pokemon, you say. Okay, we'll try to stay on people's way, but also check out what we can find around here, because, honestly, definitely seems like an interesting place for some interesting Pokemon, if we keep an eye out, right? So might as well definitely take a look around. There were Pokemon that looked just like rocks. They sure surprised me. Interesting. Well, obviously fossil-type Pokemon are what she's talking about. Everyone who works in the coal mine keeps their own Pokemon with them. You may be challenged to battles. Okay, prepare for battles, indeed. As well as prepare for wild Pokemon as well. And talking about wild Pokemon, Geodude. I wish I could use a Geodude. I wish you didn't have to trade Pokemon. Thankfully, they fixed that in the Pokemon Legends game, where you don't need to trade Pokemon to evolve them anymore. I wish that was a thing to begin with, because not everyone's gonna have a link cable back in the old days, and sometimes you don't know anybody with the game that you want to trade Pokemon with. So definitely, I was lucky I had friends that play Pokemon, so I didn't have to worry about when it came to trading Pokemon back in the day. But the thing is for like a series like this, most of the time you're not going to trade Pokemon often. We technically used Pokemon that was traded, but was traded myself, which was a Mimikyu, because you can't get Mimikyu as a, early game Pokemon back in Pokemon Shield and Sword. So, in order to, get ourselves a Mimikyu, I had to have one traded over to me so we could use it for the series. Because, honestly, I really wanted to use one for that when we did that. But definitely with this game, I'm definitely gonna, try not to do trading. But we'll definitely take ourselves a Geodude, just because. And it'll come in handy. Rock and ground types can definitely come in handy. But Geodude, the rock Pokemon. Rock ground, 1 foot, and 4 inches, 44 pounds, and many live on mountain trails and remain half buried while keeping an eye on climbers. Seems about right. Do I need a nickname for Geodude? Probably not. But we can name him something, because I think I can come up with a name, and I won't say the reference, but if you don't know what Tyler and Geodudes mean, there you go. Good old Tyler the Geodude can join us. Let's definitely take our little buddy for now. Probably won't use him for our main adventure. Maybe he might come in handy, but obviously, when the time comes, we'll definitely swap him out. I met these Machop on Route 207, where they've now become my most trusted partners. Chop chop. Chop chop indeed, buddy. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I stuck my Pokemon to work. Looks like that coal miner we met earlier was definitely telling the truth. Let me guess, you have a Machop? Yep. I was gonna think that the Machop above us was your Pokemon, but looks like you had a different one on you. So technically, you would have 2 Pokemon, right? If that is indeed your Pokemon. But sorry, but I actually don't think you have a chance here, just because honestly, I have Pokemon that can kind of deal with a Machop, but yeah, having 1 Pokemon is definitely not going to do you any favors. And ooh, we got level 12 for Weston, as well as a level for Tyler as well. Not bad. We can use it whenever we can get, because the thing is because we're coming up to a gym, having more Pokemon is better for us no matter what. Well, now aren't you something? Yeah, I guess. $648 for winning, and definitely take that for us. Because the more we build up, the more we can gain from that. Because the thing is sometimes we're going to definitely need that for later adventures. Because, no, that's an interesting Pokemon. Onyx. Another Pokemon that requires an evolution through trading, but still an interesting one nonetheless. And the thing is in Legends, I don't know if they're going to keep this ability, but you don't have to trade with the items for those anymore. You can just use the item on the Pokemon, as long as they're holding, the basic item they need for trading, and then you use the trading item on them, and then it counts as trading the Pokemon. So Onyx could definitely become quite interesting in later games if they keep that, because getting a Steelix through non-trading can definitely be pretty nice for anybody's adventure, because you'll be able to use your Pokemon, because not many people normally would use, an Onyx unless they're trading it. So definitely cool. I do hope they, actually add that feature into Scarlet and Violet. Obviously, like I said earlier in the last episode, this is being recorded before Scarlet and Violet release, and this is going to be my series before I do Scarlet and Violet, when it does eventually come out. But honestly, just the fact that, that is a thing in Legends, I do really hope that they continue that, because that's one thing I would really like to see. And there we go, we got ourselves an Onyx. Might as well get one, right? because that could be a really interesting Pokemon, since that's definitely going to be stronger than the Geodude. Since Onix is quite a strong Pokemon for what it is, and so obviously if you have Steelix it would be much better, but still definitely an interesting Pokemon nonetheless. HP plus 2 is pretty decent, but level 11 for Nala and level 8 for Tyler. Not bad. Pretty decent experience for catching a Pokemon, as well as getting ourselves an Onix. So let's read our Pokedex. Onix, the Rock Snake Pokemon. Rock ground, 28 feet tall, 463 pounds. When it travels underground, it causes rumbling and tremors. It can move at 500 miles per hour. Quite a fast Pokemon, for sure. But, I actually do not have a name for you, so I'm just gonna keep you as an Onix. But, only reason why I came up with one for the Geodude was because I could think of something easily. Onix is not an easy Pokemon to name for, off the bat. But, looks like we found ourselves a quite an interesting looking person. And, honestly, let's see what's going on with them.
Okay, stand back and watch this. Use the hidden move, Rock Smash, to get rid of the boulder blocking your way.
Okay, Rock Smash. Oh, thanks.
Fallen boulders need to be smashed so they're out of the way. If you could get that badge from the gym in town, you'd be able to do this too. Of course, you'd have to beat the gym leader first, and then be me.
And there's our gym leader. Technically, we finally got to meet him, but he ran off on us. But now that we know that we met him, it looks like we can finally head back to the gym now. Go see what his gym actually looks like, since no reason not to, right? I'm surprised I didn't get attacked by a Pokemon. Okay then. Well, thanks. I was really expecting to be attacked instantly when running out of there. But because we do know we're heading towards a gym leader now, let's definitely get ready, since, let's be honest here, we are definitely able to guess what kind of Pokemon he would use without, spoiling it for you guys, just based on the fact that this is a mining facility-based, town. It's kind of easy to figure out what he would be, but I think the sign also says it. Oreburg Pokemon Gym, Gym Leader Rourke. Call me Rourke, the Rock. And there we go, we get to go meet the Rock now. Finally see what he's cooking up. But here we go, the Rock-type City Gym, also known as Oreburg City Gym's, or also known as the very first gym of Sinnoh's Gym Challenge. Let's go see how our little buddy is doing, since we always talk to him in every adventure we do, and let's see what he has to say.
Oh, howdy. How's it going, Team to be? That's what I said. To really a patient boy earlier, too. Jim is a user of Rock-type Pokemon. Well, listen, Rock-type Pokemon really hate water, alright? They're also weak to Grass-type moves. Gee, they sure have weaknesses. But don't think it'll be that easy. You don't get to be a gym leader without covering for weaknesses. Going after Rock-type Pokemon with a Fire-type Pokemon won't be easy either. That's all the advice I can give. Thanks for listening, of course.
And technically, that would be the case, but the thing is, it's a Fire-type Pokemon you get. In this game, becomes a Fighting-type Pokemon after it evolves. So technically, it would still be good. So every single Pokemon that you can get as a starter would technically be able to beat Rourke. Normally. Because of the fact that, fire fighting is still going to win. And, yeah. Definitely, Rourke does not have an easy time against any of the starters in this game. But it is definitely something to note. Oreburg Pokemon City Gym, Gym Leader Rourke. Certified trainers, Barry. Actually, that's kind of interesting that it's always the certified trainers. But, okay, Barry's indeed definitely one. But I'm pretty sure he's not the only one. You avoided the long way around. Let's see why you did that. Well, free experience. Why would I skip you if we can get free experience from you? But here we go. Youngster Jonathan. But the thing is the reason why you do these battles, is because you can't refight them. So, yeah, it's better to just fight them, because you don't get a chance to fight them if you do beat the gym leader first. So, why get rid of the experience unless you don't need it? And because, we're not training specifically on, 50,000 random encounters, definitely should be smart and actually use what we can get, because normally I would skip the trainers, because honestly I'd be fighting wild Pokemon and catching every Pokemon in every route, to be honest here, in a normal setting. So honestly, finding these trainers is smart. We're level 13 for Weston, we'll definitely take what we can get. 3 more levels, I think, until we get our evolution, or unless it's 17 in this game. I'm actually not sure. I think it's 16 in this one. I could be wrong, but there is games where your starter doesn't evolve until 17. So, could still be 17, I just don't remember. Now I understand why you decided to battle with me. Actually, I think in this game you get your final evolution early too, if I remember correctly. I think it was like level 32? I'm actually not sure. I know there's a Pokemon game that you evolve really, really early for final evolutions. Don't know why it's coming up in my head right now. I'm trying to remember which one it is. But there is one that you level up at level 32, which makes more sense to me, honestly, because, 16 times 2 would be 32. So, you'd think it normally would be that way, but not all the time. It's definitely strange. But here we go. Only those who want to win can challenge a Pokemon gym. True? Yeah, true. Okay, youngster Darius, what do you got for us? Hopefully you won't dunk on us, but obviously, I don't think you'll have that much of a chance with Rock-type Pokemons when we have Piplup. So, Weston, you're definitely going to have an easy time with this. I'm going to be completely honest here. So, we're definitely going to get a bunch of free experience for Piplup here, though. Just because of the fact that Piplup's going to be our first starting Pokemon every fight. And with the fact that he is the leading Pokemon, he's going to get a bunch of free experience here. Level 9 for Tyler, we'll definitely take it, as well as an Onix. Well, because Rock and Ground type is Onix, it might survive if it has Sturdy though, which a lot of Rock type Pokemon have, which this one doesn't. Interesting. Okay then. Well, sorry Onix, but you're done for. As well as a level for Mozart, level 12. Definitely will take it. Sorry Darius, but we kinda dunked on you. This is so humiliating. Maybe for you, but it kinda makes sense. We do have a water-type Pokemon against ground rock types, so it makes sense you didn't win that fight. But we got 416 for winning, which is always definitely gonna come in handy, since we'll definitely take anything we can get. And, hello Vork, already up to you, bud.
Welcome. This is Warburg City, Pokemon City Gym. I'm Rourke, gym leader, but I'm one trainer who decided to walk proudly with the Rock-type Pokemon.
Interesting.
As gym leader, I need to see your potential as a trainer, and I'll need to see the toughness of Pokemon that battle with you.
Okay, well, let's do this work. But here we go, our very first gym leader of the Sinnoh region. And honestly, quite an interesting one at that, for multiple reasons. Good old Geodude as a starter for the fight, obviously, but definitely not his starter. Since, every gym leader does have their very specific Pokemon. If I remember correctly, Vork has a very interesting one, so we definitely do need to be careful. Level 12 for Nala and level 10 for Tyler. Ooh, Bite. That could be useful. Special defense doesn't really work for us at all, so I'm going to say let's just get rid of the charge, just because Leer is better, in my opinion. So, no charge for us, but level 10 for Tyler. Don't think he gets a move. Well, no, he does. He gets rollouts. I think we can get rid of Sandstorm. Really? He gets Sandstorm this early in the game? That's interesting. Well, I don't want Sandstorm because that would be bad on our Pokemon, on anything other than rock and ground types. So let's be safe and get rid of that early. But it is interesting, level 10. Huh. Did not know that one. Definitely something to note. Okay, he goes first. Apparently he's faster than Piplup. So Weston definitely, technically needs to be careful. But, yep, Sturdy Onix. Did bring it up earlier. Because rock types definitely do like to bring Sturdy, and he wasted his potion on Onix. That is a very good thing, because of the fact that early gym leaders only get one potion. So, sorry, Rourke, but that was probably the worst case scenario you could probably use for yourself, because now your actual strong Pokemon's not going to have it. But a little bit of experience, level 14 for Weston and level 10 for Onyx, not bad whatsoever. Any levels will definitely come in handy, since we definitely want to be careful. But here we go, his actual Pokemon we need to be worrying about. Gym Leader Rourke is about to send out Gyarados, but will you like to swap out your Pokemon? Nope, Weston is still good. But here we go.
Think you could take down the next Pokemon like you do with the others?
I think so, because it is a Gyarados, but the reason why I said he's interesting is mostly because of the fact that Gyarados is a fossil-type Pokemon, and this is not something you normally see a gym leader with, so it's definitely quite interesting, nonetheless. And he's actually kind of scary. He's actually getting a bunch of headbutts in, and he actually knocked out Piplup. Wow, he actually got him. I was not actually expecting that. But that's not too bad of a problem. Since we do have Onyx and we do have Mozart, we still have a bunch of our other Pokemon. So no matter what, we still got this no matter what. But we do need to be careful with the fact that it is a Gyarados. And, could be a problem down the line. And let me remember. Okay, Rock Polish makes our speed go up. Could be good, could be bad, depends on what. But with the fact that we can either use 100% accuracy or 90% accuracy, let's just go Smackdown, go for an easy one. But he is trying to lower our defense. I think this Onyx has Sturdy though, so I don't think we need to be worrying at all. But I'm pretty sure this Onyx is going to go down before Gyarados actually does go down, because he is very severely dropping our defense. Because now he's going to do double damage to us, no matter what, for every single attack. And because he is 4 levels over us, that could be a problem too. And Bulldoze against rock types are not good, even if we are a ground type. So we do need to be very careful. And actually, Bulldoze didn't get introduced till later, so that's also interesting to see. Because of the fact that Bulldoze is, Black and White was when it was introduced, if I remember correctly. So definitely a speed drop attack can definitely be interesting depending on who gets hit with it. And Mozart is definitely good against that kind of stuff, but we did lose some speed.
No way, not yet. Not giving up yet.
Well, you could say that, but we're gonna start doing extra damage to you now. So, sorry not sorry, but this Fury Cutter is gonna probably hit like a truck here in a second. And there we go, got down Gyarados, Rourke is now down, and we won ourselves our very first gym in the Sinnoh region. Just like that. Mozart is now level 13, and Tyler is now level 11. We'll definitely take everything we can get from that. But you defeated Gym Leader Rourke.
Oh, what? That can't be. My buffed up Pokemon.
Sorry, buddy, but they're not that buff. If we were able to get rid of them with technically only 2 losses of Pokemon on our team, but we did pretty good. Almost 2,000 Poké-Dollars for winning. Thank you, bud. We'll definitely use that.
This is embarrassing. I went and lost to a trainer who didn't even have a single gym badge.
That happened with Barry, so it's not the first thing that happened to you, bud. The second time it happened the same day.
That's the story. You were strong, now I was weak. That's all there is. According to the Pokemon League rules, I have to give you our gym badge so you beat me. Gym Leader. Here's your official Pokemon Leader Coal Badge.
Okay, thank you for the Coal Badge. And technically we can already see all of our gym leaders, since it shows them on our little gym badge, holder. So, we definitely could show all those to you guys if you want to. But I'll show them anyways, just so you can see them. You received the Coal Badge from Rourke.
Having that Coal Badge means you can now use a hidden move Route Smash from Pokécatch. You should also take these too.
Obtained TM76s. What are those exactly? Because I actually don't remember.
Each TM76 contains a move Stealth Rocks,
which can be good depending on what you're using it for, because technically people don't swap out Pokemon when it comes to trainer battles. But if you were facing against another player, Stealth Rock can be really, really good. because you can set up multiple of them. And technically you can use that in this game, it's not really needed, but, well, if you run into a battle frontier or something like that, you could technically really do some damage with Stealth Rocks when it comes to that kind of stuff. Definitely good to note for sure.
It's a move that inflicts damage on opponents, then switch into battle. And these are the stickers I use. Here, take some.
Stickers, you say? Well, your Gyarados did come in with a nice little entrance, didn't it? And that is something from Sinnoh region that isn't in many other games. So we could definitely take that. You obtain the stickers that Rook uses, which is technically just rock stickers, but still cool.
Incidentally, a TM will teach a move to a Pokemon instantly, but TM will break when you use it, so be sure you want a Pokemon to learn that move, okay?
Okay, thanks, Rook. Anything else to say?
In this region of Sinnoh, there are 7 other gym leaders. I should warn you though, they're a lot tougher than I am.
So why are you confused that you're the first one to lose? Kinda interesting, don't you think? Well, let's check our trainer card out, since we haven't looked at it yet. And now that we got ourselves our first badge, technically we can show you all the gym leaders. I believe the second one is called Gardenia, if I remember correctly. But, yeah, we definitely still have a couple gym leaders to go through. But I do remember, I think it's Grass, Fighting, Water, Psychic, or Poison, Ground, I think, or Dark type, Ice, and then Electric, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on the bottom two for the left side, but I'm pretty sure Water type and Fighting type is next when it comes to after the second gym leader. Could be completely wrong, but I'm 100% on the Ice and Electric one. But yeah, definitely some interesting trainers when it comes to the gym leaders of this region, because honestly, they're actually kind of strong compared to a lot of the other games. Because one thing that is known about, well, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl is the Champion, because Champion is known for being one of the strongest in the entire series. And that's not a meme. That is definitely not a meme, because, yeah, she uses some pretty interesting Pokemon, and that's, putting it lightly, just because, well, some of her Pokemon are actually known as, like, the strongest Pokemon in any Pokemon game. One, specifically being Garchomp. So, yeah, definitely a force to be reckoned with, for sure. I definitely have to say that. But, with the fact that, well, we already beat our first gym leader in quite a easy manner, honestly, I think we're gonna end off today's episode. Oh, never mind. I was about to say I was gonna get over to the cave first before we thought about it, but looks like we got ourselves a little berry problem. Hey, buddy. Long time no see.
Weep, Spooks. You got your gym badge, huh? Turtle City is the next place with a gym that gives away badges, right?
True.
So, yeah, we went to round 207, but you can't go through it without a bike. I made my team battle and trumping them up, so it wasn't a waste. So I'm going to, back to Jubilife City. Next stop to Turtle City Gym Badge. 10 seconds before I dash. 9. Bah, who's got time to count?
Well, see you later, Barry. Pretty excitable. Not gonna lie, for sure. Definitely pretty excitable. Entirely based off his music as well. He's definitely got some energetic music. But, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. In the next episode, we will be getting ourselves towards closer to our second gym, being in Eterna City. If I remember correctly, I really do think it's Gardenia is her name. But with that being said, we can definitely tell what our next gym leader is going to be, being Grass entirely. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep it spooky, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.